you go. You got caught, Leroy.
I'm just sitting here jamming out.
Well, hello, everyone, and welcome to Pickin and Grinnin, another show. And today we have a special guest, our Corey and Teresa from Grams and Pops Vintage. We are hoping to hear about a new update. I know they put a video out on a new update, but I'm personally hoping to hear about more about the Transformer Saga to see if there's anything more than what you guys told us on the last video. That's my personal.
Nope.
We got Brad down there. We got Leroy down there, the tool man. So, guys, we're going to sit back and relax and let's just enjoy, and we're just going to talk about whatever comes up.
Well, I'm going to jump in and say that we have found the solution to the Transformer problem.
Okay. Are you buying them all?
No. I know the
Leroy wants them?
I know the son of an enforcer.
There we go.
Of an enforcer. He'll go take care of this.
Well, there you go.
I have the address. We could work something out.
No, we cannot.
You work on commission?
I heard you owe some money to some of the friends of mine. All right? Come on. Speak it, Leroy.
I don't know nothing.
So I do have a question. I do have a question. I don't want a name. I don't want that. But I would like to know something. Does the person live in a neighborhood community that there's a lot of people, or does he live out in the open or anything like that?
He lives in a town where there's quite a few people. It's kind of an older neighborhood in the big town south of us. So,
yep.
So when he was served his papers at his house, did community know about it?
Oh yeah.
Oh, I'm sure.
Yeah, they're like probably 20 feet apart. The houses are, so everybody got to see. Yep.
Yeah.
And it was like at 10:30 in the morning, 11 o'clock.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Most people watching probably know your story, but we should probably share a little backstory there.
Yeah,
the question I have
is
does he know you have a YouTube channel, and is he following your saga?
I don't know.
I don't think he knows that we have a YouTube channel. He does know we're resellers because I specifically told him that when I picked him up, but I don't know if he knows that we have a channel.
Well, when we go to court, I'm giving him a sticker. He'll know. He's gonna get a sticker.
All right, so everyone here, we're going to let Corey and Teresa tell a short version. If you want to know the long version, go. I think they got a playlist for the Transformer Saga. And so we're going to let them do a little catch up real quick and let you explain exactly what we're talking about if you don't know.
You guys got 2 minutes and 45 seconds.
Oh, yes. That's awesome.
Would you like to explain your boo-boo?
This ain't on me. Now I will take part in it. We actually found a Transformer buy. We check Marketplace all the time, and we had actually said just a month or two ago we're going to try and get out of the nickel dime sales and start getting in more high dollar sales, buying collections, buying bigger lots and more expensive stuff. Doesn't matter if we got 10x profit, as long as buy it for 100, flip it for 300, 400, 500. Trying to get more in that range. So we found these Transformers on Marketplace. We went through, we had a whole list, like an itemized list of which ones were there. We comped them all out, and it looked like we were going to make about $4,600 on the deal. We ended up talking the guy down to $1,100 for the entire purchase. And Teresa went to pick him up. I was busy I was on a podcast or a live or something that day. So Teresa and our youngest went to pick him up and talked to the guy. Seemed like a nice enough guy. It seemed like, he said he had a collection of Transformers. Everything seemed legit. So we bought the Transformers. We bought a big collection for $1,100. Ended up, 3 days later, we started getting started getting messages on eBay, because we actually did list them right away. We started getting messages about 3 days later asking, are these real? Are they knockoffs? And before then, we hadn't even considered they could be knockoffs, to be honest. We didn't know they did knockoffs of those. So we pulled them. As soon as we got those questions, we pulled them on eBay immediately. We shut them down, and we started digging in. And it took us a couple days to figure out that they were all actually knockoffs.
Oh, no.
So we went right back to the Facebook message, and we told him, these are knockoffs. We found out they're fake. You know, how do you want to handle it? I certainly don't want to keep them for this price if they're fake. And he said he didn't know, which I highly doubt that. I'm suspect of even giving him the benefit of the doubt. He didn't know. You're in South Dakota. You know your neighbors. You're close. You're not. I mean, this isn't New York. You know, you don't rip somebody off and walk away in South Dakota. It's not that kind of community here. But we asked him what he wanted to do to make it right, if we could bring him back, when he wanted us to bring him back. And he kind of gave us the bird and said all sales are final, and he ghosted us. He deleted his Facebook account he blocked us, and then he did something with his Facebook account to make sure that nobody else could see it. Like, we had other people go search for him, and it's just gone.
Yep.
So we had to talk about it for a couple of days and figure out what we were going to do when we finally decided we had enough information of his contact information, his address, his full name, and all that stuff from before. And as soon as we realized they were fake, we started taking screenshots of everything we could. And we ended up deciding we were going to file small claims court. Now, we have no idea if we're going to win. I mean, this isn't something we do.
I think you got a good shot at it. I do.
Yeah, but if
here's my thing.
nothing,
The guy said, yeah. You see, the guy said that he was a collector. So in my opinion, he knew they were fake. You talked them down from, what did you say, $4,200 to $1,100?
No, he originally had him listed at 25 and had him listed at 15 when we messaged him about it, and then he went down to 11.
Yep. So we valued him at 40, 45, 46 is what we valued him at eBay price, which is why we moved ahead with the deal. I mean, it was still a pretty big risk. We were paying $1,100 for a potential 46 in sales after fees and shipping and everything else on that high dollar. It wasn't that phenomenal of a deal by any means, but it's still going to be probably $2,000 in profit by the time we were all done, if not a little more. Right. So we rolled the dice on it. We took a fairly calculated risk on it. We just had no idea that we had no idea that these things were faked, and he seemed upright and honest about it, and I guess put sucker on our forehead. Who knew?
Hey,
Mike.
Well, I mean, it looks like that anybody could. I mean, I had no idea they made knockoff Transformers, and you guys brought it up.
I didn't either.
And till I watched your show, and then I started looking for them, and sure enough, man, they're all over Macquarie. You can find them all over. So they sell on Macquarie.
When I was looking at the titles of them, a lot of them had KO, and I just thought that was some, mark or whatever on it. Only come to find out after we started doing it that KO means knockoff, not just a KO.
The titles on eBay and stuff, not the titles.
Not the box. No, the titles on eBay.
It would be very helpful if they said knockoff on the box for future reference.
Right.
Can I interrupt?
Yep.
Yeah.
I apologize for idiots. I actually feel bad for you guys. I would never want to lose that much money, and you guys will be blessed, and you guys will get double somewhere else for whatever this guy tried to do to you guys. So it's just in my heart right now. You guys really
we're believers in karma.
I am a believer in karma.
I let things go pretty quick. She's a bit more of a hanger on her. Like, she stays upset about. We have a completely different relationship with money. The two of us do. Like, money has never been a real important thing in my life. We've had it and we've not had it, and we've been just as happy either way. It's never been a major factor for me. With her, I mean, something like that, getting taken advantage of, it bothers her a lot more. It bothers me on a person level, not the money level. Like, I'm disappointed in him as a human being.
I just saw what Brad's thing says.
Nice.
Authentic Transformer dealer.
Transformer dealer.
we should have went to Brad first. Yeah, it will. I mean, something like that. You will get more jaded in this reselling thing. we came into it fairly naive and gung
Mm-hmm.
ho, and we didn't realize people were out there trying to take advantage of you that much. I mean, we've been alive for pushing 50 years here. We've never had people intentionally rip us off like that. So it's a bit of a gut check, but it does harden you. I mean, we look at deals a lot more suspect now. So it's a good lesson either way. Just one I wish I hadn't had to spend so much on.
I know, right?
Yeah, and the info you put out on your videos with that has been really, really good, because that's like me, because like I sent y'all a screenshot of the Transformers I found the other day, and then I was just like, well, I think I'll just leave them, because I don't want to, Go ahead, Brad. I'm sorry to interrupt.
We said that too.
We're
if we had a deal come across Facebook right now, if they were genuine Gen 1 Transformers, I think we would have to go pull them out of the box and really go through them, and it would take days to go through. We couldn't make a quick decision on them anymore. Like, I absolutely wouldn't.
No, we're going. I think we said it in our video the other day, didn't we?
I don't know. Said what?
We're taking them next week. There's a place in the town that we go sourcing in that is a comics and collectibles place. Yep. And so I did reach out to them to verify that they will actually look at them. At first they're like, no. And I'm like, so you can't tell me if they're fake? And they're like, yeah, my manager can. So I think it's the owner of the place that has said he'd look at them all and explain to us how he got to the conclusion that he got to. So.
And that will go, if you can get that done before that court date and get some kind of documentation from that guy, because he is a dealer, man, that will go a long way in your case. A long way.
I know we've heard.
When you guys said that, I was like, great.
We've had so many Google lawyers comment on the videos. Like, it's insane. We've heard every theory from, like, it's always the buyer's responsibility to make sure they're not being ripped off, to, you could get him for 10 years in prison on this charge or that charge. Like, we've heard everything. So we have no idea what to believe. We have everything we can in order. And now we just like it's out of our hands. It's in God's hands and the judge hands. And we can't do much more than we've done now other than wait and bring a sticker.
So you haven't
to the
had
court
the guy from New York.
He's got to see these.
So you haven't had So you haven't had the guy from New York come offer to break his neck?
We haven't, but we have a contact. I can't tell you who. We have a contact.
No, we're gonna do it the legal way, and we're gonna go through the court system like we should.
I told you what video to watch. I told you I know people.
Yeah, we would never do anything like that. Wink, wink.
Hi, Stephen Donna.
Listen, here's all I'm going to say. If it was me, the good Christian that I am, okay, and somebody did that to me, I probably wouldn't go the court way because I just couldn't afford it. But he probably give him a business card for a tire place, a window place, and a lawn place, because he'd probably have to replace his windows.
It actually, for small claims court, it actually is not that expensive. Like, you don't have to hire a lawyer. You don't have to do any of that. You fill out a piece of paper, you turn it in, you pay I don't know, whatever the fee was.
It was surprising. Like
it was less than $100.
You hear that. We'll see you in court stuff a lot, and you're always. That's why most people never move forward, is because you got lawyers and fees and everything else, and it was the 100 and what 100.
I think it was 120,
150, something like that. Under $150. It's worth that to me all day long, just for the inconvenience it's causing him if we don't win. Like, it's going to drag it out for him for a month or two here. We couldn't just roll over and not do anything. So even if we don't win, just the fact that we took up his headspace for a couple of months, I feel okay about that.
Well, if that don't work out, I heard a story one time about a guy who had a significant deal like that, and he started sending a letter every month, a bill every month for what the person owed him. And he kept doing that. He kept doing that every month for years, until the guy finally is like, if you'll quit sending me letters, I'll just pay you back. I know you
There's ways. He can't. If his son has a baseball game and you go to the baseball game, he could put a restraining order around you. But if you didn't do nothing wrong, and he just sees you every time he goes somewhere,
I'm just gonna start signing
So
him
I
up
wanna
for
back-
free samples of lady products and stuff, and have them delivered to his house.
hold on a second.
No, we're not.
There's a-
We are not.
There's a whole level of warfare we haven't even gotten into
I
yet.
had a girl that I must have upset. Back when you would get magazines,
Yep.
they signed me up for every magazine.
Oh, yeah.
you could get. The postal service sent me a letter and said if I didn't get a PO box, I
Too
wouldn't
many
get mail.
magazines.
They were sending me every magazine, every single magazine you could imagine.
We did that in like middle school. We didn't do magazines, but in the magazines, they used to have like the
Yes.
little things that you could fill out or
Yeah.
you could
Yes.
call and say, hey, and they'd send them feminine products. They would send them other things. We
Yes.
used to do that to people back in the day.
Oh no, I had 15. I had 15 magazines in a week.
The internet
Because
makes it
of
too
the
easy
sample.
nowadays.
The free sample, and then they send you a bill reoccurring forever until you decide you don't want it.
Oh yeah, I'll
Right.
never mess with a woman again.
Well,
They could have at least sent you some Columbia House stuff.
No, it
Just
was,
paying for your 1 cent
it was like
DVD or CDs.
she made sure it was like embarrassing stuff, like it was like gay times and all that stuff. It was-
Nice.
That's
Oh,
awesome.
Golly,
That's
do y'all
awesome.
remember that back in the 80s? You could be part of the Columbia House and they just constantly sing you
90s,
CDs.
yeah.
and
In the 90s, when we first got married,
Was it in
somebody
90s they
had
were
left.
doing that?
Yep. When we first
Yeah,
got married, we moved into an apartment, and there was some delivered to our apartment, and they weren't ours.
But we kept them because we were shady like that in the 90s.
What was the little green? What was the little green stamps that you used to get on a big sheet?
At the grocery store, you used to get
No,
the stamps on the
I
grocery
think you get
store
them in the mail.
receipt things.
Chris would you. I don't know how old you guys are, but it was like little stamps, and I remember them like. And my grandmother beat the daylights out of me because I stuck them all over the shower. Because I just read them because they come in sheets.
Talking about the grocery store.
There you go.
Chris, you know what I'm talking about? They
Mhm.
were stamped, and I think
Mhm.
you would put them on like to win prizes or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We're old enough to have licked stamps before, if that tells you anything.
Old enough to drink water out of a water hose too.
That is
Yep.
correct.
did that.
I used to drink the water out of the bathtub.
After you took a bath in it,
I was in the. They wouldn't let me have water because I had a little bathroom.
That little PG.
In the back of the tub. In the back of the tub. I thought.
yeah,
if-
those.
Right.
She got it right. The S&G
Yep,
green
S-
stamp.
Yep.
Effing yes.
S&H.
S&H.
Yes.
Fing got it. Thank
That's
you,
it.
Fing.
They must have been making you do that, Leroy. To
I
toughen
used
you
to
up.
wet them. I used to just stick them upside down on the thing and then stick them all over the shower.
You probably deserve to be beat then.
Oh, I got my pills.
Yeah.
Well, you probably.
So I wanna-
it's
I wanna
probably
back-
chemicals in the
back
bathwater you was having to drink. It's probably the chemicals in the bathwater you was having to drink.
Yeah, that's what happened. So I want to back up real quick with Corey.
That's too far. Oh, here.
First,
There he is.
We didn't hear you, bro.
wait a minute.
You froze
I
up.
was sitting here
You stove
talking.
up.
Did
You
I
got all
lose?
stoved up.
Oh,
You got all stoved up.
all right. So I want to back. I want to. I want to back
That's
up a
inside
little bit.
joke.
And yeah. So Corey and Teresa, when did? All right. How long have you been reselling? Because I'm sure you just didn't start out going and buying Transformers for $1,100. How long did it take?
Nope.
How long have you been doing that? And what
We-
started you on the journey?
We started in August of 2022,
So 2 years.
almost 2 years.
Oh wow.
But we
Right?
don't. Yeah. Yeah, it's been right at 2 years because we started our YouTube channel the same week.
Okay.
So
I
came out.
need to be following your YouTube channel to figure out what you guys are doing, because I've been doing it for 5 and I'm nowhere near going to pay $1,100 for Transformers.
Yeah,
Well,
but
you just
that's
have to-
because you suck, Chris. That's because you
What?
suck.
You don't have a
Yeah.
voice. You
I
don't have
sell
a
garbage
voice
on.
So,
We still do everything wrong. We just do it at a bigger scale.
so we do have
Okay.
reselling. We do have reselling background. So we used to have a website, an online business that we
Yeah.
sold tiny house stuff like composting toilets,
Off-grid
appliances that you use in your tiny houses. And so we do have a background on selling online. So
We got out of that. We sold our business probably, what has it been, 3 years ago? And we sold it for enough money to give ourselves a gap year to figure out what we wanted to do next. So during that year, close to the end of it, we settled on, we said we were going to do eBay. The YouTube rabbit hole brought us to that. And we just said we're going to do it. So I sold an old 71 Charger that we had here that it was kind of a project car. And it got us $1,000 as startup money, and we just went out and went nuts with that. And that's how we got started. I mean, it's just been, we figured if we were going to do it, we were going to do it like both feet in, full speed ahead as fast as we can, and make all the mistakes as quick as we could.
that's all he does is jump both feet in.
Yep.
So
If you're going to make them, don't drag it out. Just make them all quick and get over them.
So you had,
So that's what we did.
You
You had a
made
little
a
bit of
good mistake,
cushion.
but that's good.
Yep.
You had a little bit of cushion to like experiment and do your thing.
Yep.
with.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, we didn't go into it just dead broke saying let's do this full time. We would have already been.
We'd be living with our kids.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was,
It wouldn't have been good.
I was thinking about this today. You know, it's like when we started, you know, we just everything we made more or less was going right back into it. And
Yep.
it took a long time for it to be like profitable,
Yep.
if that makes sense. So, yeah, having a little bit of cushion where you can just keep throwing everything back into it and building it up. That's good.
I think it took us about 6 months from starting knowing absolutely nothing other than what Commonwealth Picker was telling us to being full time, like actually making a full time living.
Mm-hmm.
It took us about 6 months to get there. So but like I said, we made a ton of mistakes. We just did them fast.
You know, that's the great thing about YouTube, though. It's like you can learn from so many people who I don't think YouTube has, you know, made a lot more people resellers as much as it's taken people who had the thing they want to sell and just kind of flatten that curve where they can, you know, just get up to speed quicker. So
Yeah, and we're big ones with the YouTube. I guess I am. I'm not a big fan of picker channels. Like I can't sit there and watch people walk around. We've tried it. We suck at it. But I'd rather see what you're selling than what you're picking up, because just because you're picking something up doesn't mean it's going to go out the door.
We gravitated to the flipper side pretty quick just because of that reason. We enjoyed it more, and it was actually informational. Like the picking videos, they're better if you want to be a YouTuber. Like if you want to do YouTube for a living, go the other route. But for us, for learning and what we wanted to do and what we enjoyed the flipper side way more.
And now that you say that, you can see that even like come through even on your channel with the way you do your videos and stuff. Yeah. Hey, I was excited to talk to you guys. What you laughing about?
Transformophobe.
He keeps changing it, and I'm dying.
Yeah, I've done moved on. That joke's 10 minutes old. But anyway,
on you guys' eBay, how many items have you sold? Do you know?
Hold on, I'll pull it up. I can tell you.
Probably a lot more. Probably not far. Probably
like forever. Like how many in the last 90 days or
no. Total we've sold
forever.
Yep, 5,600 items.
There you go.
And you've been doing it for how long?
Just
under 2 years.
Yeah, not quite 2 years.
I won't tell you how long I've been doing it.
Man, what are you selling?
Everything and anything.
I opened my account. My account is 12 years old. This account is 12 years old, and I got 9,000. So you guys are doing real well.
There you go.
Yeah.
You guys
No,
are
but
Well,
I'm-
when you actually
I mean-
list stuff, you sell stuff. Like we've been
I
holding on.
do list stuff. I listed 50 items in 100 days.
I'm sorry.
Hey,
That wasn't meant.
You got him riled now.
don't upset
Corey-
Leroy.
Corey's a big one where he likes to buy stuff, but he doesn't like to clean it.
No.
So he buys fishing reels
Right.
and fishing stuff, but he
Hey,
doesn't like
high
to clean
five, Corey.
it.
No,
So
not
and
with this
and
one.
then golf clubs and bats. So the other day I went out there and I just was like, okay, these things are in my way. They just got to get out of the way. So I listed all of the bats that we had, except for the 2 plastic ones. And I listed about half of our golf clubs. Sold a golf club yesterday and sold golf club today and a bat today.
I think that's where
I'm sorry.
No, you're okay. I was gonna say I think that's where we do as good as we do, as fast as we do, as we are complete and total opposites. Like she's the lister. Like she's the one that you could give a task.
I'm the workhorse.
Yeah. She will sit down and she will list for 8-10 hours straight and never look up and never notice the time went away.
Nope, not hungry, no nothing.
And I'm the analytical one that can look at the business and see what's going on and switch gears and change the direction of the business. And I'm also the one that's more willing to take a risk when it's time and make an $1,100 purchase. But usually they turn out like we made a $2,300 purchase, was like the 4th purchase we ever made. And I know we've grossed 30 grand on that or net 30 grand on that purchase. And it's still paying off every single day. But that's my area. I can't sit down and list for 8 hours. I'd go insane.
Yeah, I've got a Teresa too, and her name is Tanya, and she's in there probably watching you guys on TV right now. But
that's the only way to do it. Having 2 people doing this.
Are we ever gonna get her on the show?
Bro, she would probably rather die than be in front of a camera.
See, she just has to do it because when Corey first started the YouTube channel, I wasn't on it.
So
but now look at us. We do fabulous because of me.
I deleted the first 3 months of our videos because it was just me and they were garbage.
I mean, look, nobody looks at me. I'm not fabulous.
Yeah.
We've seen you at the reseller rally. You clean up nice.
I get to meet this couple, and I'll tell you something. We haven't really communicated since then, and we should. But I'll tell you one thing. We started talking and got along like we knew each other for the longest time. Like you guys were like the coolest people, and I'm not saying that just because you're on the show. I'm saying it because I personally.
Well, we were fans of Leroy before we ever got there, so I was just glad you showed up. I didn't think you were going to show up for a bit.
About me, because like I was telling on the show the other day, I don't like when people know who I am because I get embarrassed, and
I do too.
So I don't know, like I said earlier, I don't do a whole lot of YouTube watching. So when Corey mentions people's names, like he'll say Leroy, and my response is the dog catcher. That's all I say. He's like, would you quit saying that? I'm like, that's how you introduced him or whatever when we first started watching the Reseller Information Network. No, what were we watching?
Reseller Information Network. True story though. For the first year we were watching Leroy, I honestly believed he was a dog catcher during the day because he was always in that truck. I didn't know until we met him and asked him, and he about fell off the boat laughing at me. That's when we found out he wasn't actually a dog catcher. So that's sticking. Like that's gonna.
I do. That's what I just say. There's a lot of people I do that too, though. That he says, "Oh, this." He'll mention them by name, and I'm like, "Oh, you mean like this?"
Yeah, she doesn't watch as much as I do. I watch.
Or dog catcher is code for something else.
Yeah,
you have an animal.
The unspeakable.
You need to put down. Send the dog catcher.
We've got a stray in South Dakota. We'll let you know.
Never mind.
I will tell you guys, because I like you guys. If you guys weren't able to go back and see last week's show here, I actually showed my whole flea market setup. I was at one of.
I was watching.
Oh, you watched it?
Oh yeah, I was watching.
Yeah,
that was cool that you actually went live from there.
And then Steve.
How did you do, Leroy? How did you do?
I did okay. I did okay. I didn't just do that. So I did 5 days at 3 shows. Not three shows. One was the show, 3 days was the show, and then 2 days was flea markets. So I did 5 days straight. And
That's a lot of work.
I enjoy that. I've been doing that since I was 19.
See, we have a flea
Looks like-
market near us, but we've
It's-
never been to it.
Yeah, it's I don't know, everything there just it always my impression of the flea market is that's where overpriced items go to be displayed and left until the next time. It doesn't look good.
You
That's
Leroy.
true.
We're gonna have to go try it. It's definitely something we're gonna have to try.
You're gonna go. So what you're gonna do is, first of all, you got to make sure it's a good flea market. The easiest way to find out, and I don't mean to cut this whole thing off, talk about flea markets, but the best thing to do is to go on your phone and type in whatever flea market is. The ones that have the most reviews are your better flea markets.
I
So
think we only have the one.
We have one big one that runs every weekend in the town that's close to
look
us.
at the reviews. If the reviews are anything over 200 to 1,000, it was probably decent. If there's only
We only have 1,000 people in the state.
well, I don't know what to tell you.
We do reviews on our fingers. That's how we you get up to 10, you're gold. That's when your stars are gold.
So if you go to a restaurant and the restaurant's 7 reviews and you're like, we better go there.
Yeah, that's Texas Roadhouse.
And that's 6 hours away. How rural is it where you're at? I mean, like,
Well, we
actually live out in the country. So
Yeah.
we have neighbors on one side of us to the north, but it's covered between a shelter belt. And then we have neighbors. We live on a highway, but across the street, we have 2 neighbors.
Yeah,
Otherwise, to the east and to the south of us, I'm like using my hands.
Yeah,
to point.
there's a
There's
cornfield there and a cornfield there, and then the other
You
neighbors
live
are covered
on
by
a
trees.
highway?
Well, not on the highway. We live in the house, but
Oh,
close to a highway.
I thought you lived on the highway.
Yes, we picked this place specifically
Yeah.
because it's on a state maintained highway. So
We have maybe an eighth, not quite an eighth, maybe a little under an eighth of a mile is our driveway that we have to clear out for snow
How
to
many
get to that.
acres is your property?
just under 10.
Yeah, just under
What?
10.
Yeah.
Would you like to know what it? Would you like to know what it's currently valued at?
No,
No.
That
That's
was
almost
a good
bigger than
buy.
Rhode Island.
No, wait.
10 acres bigger than Rhode Island. No, I like your warehouse there, but when people see our warehouse, they're like, you guys. The problem with the warehouses being big is you fill them up. Leroy knows that. Like that space is a blessing and a curse. And we have 2 big Morton buildings that are 40 by 60, and they you get yourself in trouble if you ain't paying attention.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
it came with those buildings.
Yep.
Yeah, we got 2 Morton buildings and then a detached 2-stall garage and an old barn.
Well,
And we have, I guess we have the typical reseller shed we bought, like a 16 by 20 that we bought when we moved in and had it moved here. But we use that as a small
AC
picking
and stuff, so you can have a tempered.
No, that only one of our buildings is heated and cooled, and that's only half of it. The rest of them are all just
the one building that we're in that you see all our videos taken in. They raised the floor of that Morton building. They cut it in half and they raised the floor up so it's 40 by 30. They raised the floor up about 3 feet and they insulated it. And they used to run a cabinet shop out of it. So when we bought the house, I took an old house furnace and wired it up in there, and then I put in like a big window AC unit on the inside, and we run that for AC. So it's climate controlled. It's just it took us a little while to get it there, but it's a super nice building. Like we're spoiled.
Well, having the bigger space, I was I don't know if it was this week's video or last week's video. You guys were talking about doing more bigger buys and doing like Facebook Marketplace deals. It allows you to do that too. So that's.
And we have been. I mean, we've been selling furniture pretty pretty good on Marketplace lately.
When
We
do
sold
you-
a $600
how do you
chair out of
source?
there.
How do you guys source?
The bigger furniture and stuff that we're currently selling, we got out of a storage unit.
Storage units.
We've bought 3 storage units since we started. Otherwise, it's primarily Facebook Marketplace, and in the summer we garage sale the crap out of it.
We garage sale one day a week. Every Thursday we go garage selling. Because when we go garage sale, we can't just pop into town and go garage sale. We have to drive an hour to get to the town. Then we garage sale and then we come back home. So every Thursday we do garage sales, with the exception of a couple community sales that will take time.
Yep,
and
on
go
the
do on the
weekend and go
weekends.
to.
Because on the weekends we have to go. We run an escape room and axe throwing place that we own the building in town. We do that just to pay for the building, basically.
That's my outlet, because
That's our
being
weekend
with
job.
him, the business is called Unlock Madison. We do escape rooms. We have 3 escape rooms and we have 5 lanes of axe throwing.
What's a escape room?
We lock you in a room. You have to try and figure out how to get out.
Oh yeah.
Well, you solve
Leroy,
puzzles to get out.
Try
You
that.
can't go through the wall.
They arrested me when I did that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a new thing.
Leroy,
That's
if
a
you
new
have
thing,
never
buddy.
done an escape room, you have to go do one.
You'd have fun.
I'm
Leroy,
leaving. These people are crazy.
It sounds like the activity of serial killers.
So what is your axe throwing lanes? One is that just Thursday, Friday, Saturday?
So Friday, Saturday, Sunday, we're open noon to 10. We close at 9 if nobody comes in. And then Monday through Thursday, we are by appointment only. So if people book appointments, then we go in. Otherwise, we don't touch it at all Monday through Thursday.
Can you guys
And
start a
that's-
league?
When we did start it, we tried to start a league, but we live in a town of 7,000 people. And is it 10?
It's 10,000 when the college kids are in town.
Yeah, when the college kids are here, because it's a small college town. But the college is a tech,
Not normal.
It's a tech college. So I mean, these are D&D playing kids. These aren't
Gamers.
gamer type kids. Like it's a different crowd. They're not the kind that come in and throw axes. They're about as athletic as a wet sock.
And we ask them to make sure they shower before they come in after they've been up for
Yeah.
3 days playing video games.
So, but when we sold
great.
our e-commerce business, and we had a little bit of a nest egg to get us through the year, we also had enough to buy a building in the town where we live, and we wanted to put a business in it that would pay for the building and the upkeep and the maintenance and the utilities, just to
And
have
then
it as like a
eventually
savings.
make the money. Eventually make the money
Yeah.
off the building, but just keep it a stain for now.
Yep.
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 And it did. We built that during the worst possible time. During COVID, we built out axe throwing lanes. So 2x4s were $12 a piece. And we put in trailer loads of lumber into that place.
Yep.
So it was the most expensive time to do it. But we've paid that building off completely, and it makes a couple of grand a month at this point, above what it takes to maintain the building.
That's all.
So it's a side hustle, but it's more for Teresa to have people to talk to other than me, so she doesn't put a pillow over my head at night.
I like to talk to other people other than just Corey, so I like the social outlet.
So
Yeah.
do you have a side by side, or do you guys have a side by side, or do you guys have a golf cart?
We have
Or
neither.
tractor, or tractor.
We have
tractors.
We have 2 tractors.
Okay.
He
So
just upgraded this
But you don't
last
have a
winter
side by
to a tractor with a cab.
When it's 40 below and the wind is blowing 20 miles an hour and the snow's hitting you in the face like a softball, it doesn't take you many years of doing that to want a cab. So after 4 years, I finally bought a tiny tractor with a cab.
And a snowblower.
Yep.
and the
So there's a
snowblower's
delay
amazing.
on my end, just to let you guys know.
A snowblower on a tractor is amazing.
It is.
Yeah, because it's a quick connect, so we can drop it off and put the bucket back on it. So he just recently did that because I think we're out of the snow danger. So he
Yeah, we
just
should be
recently
done
took
with the
the
snow.
snowblower off to put the loader back on it.
And if you get too much snow, you can actually pick it up with a bucket.
Oh, and I could still, I have an 8-foot, two auger tall snowblower for the big tractor. So if we get too much snow and the little tractor won't do it, the bigger tractor can. I just don't like to use that one because it's an open cab older tractor, and you're going to eat as much snow as you move.
Chris, you're talking to somebody who probably has like 3,000 things listed, and you looked at your phone when there was a cha-ching. It wasn't you, it was them.
It wasn't me.
No,
It
it
wasn't
was me.
us.
I just
Wasn't you?
it was me.
It wasn't
It was
me.
me, brother.
I looked.
Hey, look,
I
you
was
see this
looking
book
down.
right
I
here?
heard it.
My job is to give Chris
Leroy,
a
see
hard
this
time.
book? Leroy, do you recognize this book?
The Thermo
Yeah.
King. Is that a furnace book?
This is the book.
Maintenance manual?
This is one of them books I got at that auction we went to, right? I just sold it for
Nice.
1986. I just sold it, yeah. So guys, if you don't pick up manuals, man, they will sit, but you
We
can't
do.
sell
We
them.
have a bunch. We picked up a whole bunch of Harley, Honda.
We picked up a box of motorcycle manuals. Those were good.
Yes.
Maintenance
Yeah,
manuals for bikes, old bikes.
Oh yeah, look, I got a delay on my end, guys, so I apologize if I do speak and it's interrupting what y'all are starting to say, because when I do speak,
You're
you're
right.
not talking.
You're okay.
So I just want to let you know that. So Leroy
Well, I gotta
gets
say,
on to me all the time about how rude I am for interrupting people, but he don't understand I got a delay, so it's kind of like, yeah.
Well, we can tell you got a delay because it looks like this.
That's just arthritis.
Well, we got a bad storm here right now, so it's affecting my internet. So
That's
part
what
of
it
the
looks
problem.
like when y'all stove up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
True story. Never living that down.
So the redneck culture, is it real in the Dakotas?
Well, we do host once a year for family and friends. We host a Midwest redneck triathlon.
Midwest redneck.
Really?
triathlon.
Yep. So we do cornhole or beanbags, whatever you choose to call it. We do horseshoes
Cornhole.
and we do axe throwing in tournament style.
Yep. We even have a big banner
Yeah,
printed
don't
that
do
goes above our driveway. We do
We
it
just,
right.
we just watch NASCAR and set things on fire.
Yeah.
No, I that might be really redneck because I can't sit and watch a car go round and round and round and round. So,
There's a big racing community in the community
Yep.
we're in. We've just never been part of it.
Yeah, no.
Matter of fact, they have a big race where they tell you to bring out your ATVs and dirt bikes and snowmobiles and everything else, and that's on one of the lakes when the lake freezes over. It's
They
an
race
ice
on it.
race,
Mm.
and guys are nuts.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you,
There's
I've
no way
always
I'd get on
wanted to
there.
live in your area. I've always wanted to live in your area.
come on down. It's
Yeah,
probably
my wife-
cheaper.
My wife, oh
Cost of
yeah,
living.
I believe it is, but my wife won't let she's if it gets below 75, she's freezing to death. So it's just not gonna work.
That's why she just has to learn how to sit with a blanket all the time. That's what I do.
It's never below
Right.
75 in the house.
Yeah. So like our cost of living here is below the national average quite a bit.
Yep.
Is that
Where are
like
you at?
I'm halfway between Chattanooga and Nashville.
Oh, so in Tennessee.
Yeah, in Tennessee. Yeah.
Gotcha.
So is it kind of the same for you guys? Is it
Yeah.
below?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Which
Yeah, we
makes
would be
reselling
considered-
easier, right?
Yep.
Yep.
The only,
Well, how much is a carton of
I mean,
eggs
the
up there where
benefit
you guys
for-
are at?
I don't know because I have.
we don't buy them.
We don't buy them.
We have chickens. Well, had
We
chickens
had chickens.
until just recently.
We raise our own.
So
But we haven't bought an
So
egg
carton
since
of
we
eggs
lived
got-
here.
I think last time I
carton of
looked,
eggs
they
got
were
so
like
bad at one time.
$3, $3 or $4 for a carton of eggs.
5. Yeah, we don't.
$5.
We haven't bought them forever. Matter of fact, we hatched the first year we were here. We had chickens and we hatched about 200-300 chicks and sold them. But then we always had our eggs too. And every time the coons or the coyotes or whatever came in and killed a bunch of chickens, we just throw another 50, 60 eggs in the incubators and hatch them out. But this time they happened too
They
quick.
wiped everybody
They
out.
wiped them all out. So we are without chickens.
I'm just debating if I want to go get some more for the summer or wait. So, because it takes a whole year once you get a chicken, a chick, it takes a whole year for most of them before they lay.
That's
The good thing we like about South Dakota is it gets cold and it stays cold for a long time, and that keeps a lot of the crazy people out, and it keeps our kind of crazy in. So it definitely, like, you ain't got people running around mugging anybody in 40 below weather. It just don't happen.
Nope.
Right.
Well, and nobody wants to drive 40 minutes to mug anybody anyway, you know?
No.
I will tell you,
By the time you get there, you've done forgotten what you was doing. What did I come here for?
Then you got to mug somebody because you need gas to get home.
I will tell
Okay.
you, someday I will go back to Tennessee. We went to Tennessee about 5 years ago,
Pigeon Forge.
and that was awesome.
We had a good time there.
Yeah, that's nice. That's
Okay,
me.
who was that? That was not me.
It might be me in a minute. I need help, guys. I need help.
Well, that's the first step.
Yeah. My name is Leroy, and I have an addiction.
To not selling?
No. Yeah. So what I listen, the best I can do is if I do 10 listings in a day, that's a lot for me. There's other reasons, and you guys know this. You guys watch.
That would be a lot for me too.
So do you have a full-time job then?
No.
This is your only job?
Yeah.
Do you eat ramen every day?
No, I eat well.
You're doing good then.
I would say.
And he eats a lot. Have you not ever watched this show? What's wrong with you?
No.
He's always
Yeah,
eating.
he eats a lot.
That's all I do
He's
is eat.
always eating.
So I bought these. I'll show you guys. So I just got an offer. I just listed it. So that usually when you just list something and you get
The offers roll.
you
Instant regret.
I got one offer. I don't know how to turn it. I don't even know how to say it. So I'm just gonna mess this whole thing up. Teresa's gonna help.
Spell
me.
it.
Button, guys.
So I took
Ertl.
Yeah,
Oh, it's an
Ertl.
Ertl lot.
Yep. So I got that for $14. Get him
Nice.
out of here! I don't want to see me. So
I was
so
trying
got
to
that
see
for,
what you was showing, Leroy.
I got that for
He hit-
$14, and there is 40 pieces, and I listed it for $155.
Good job.
Free shipping.
Probably
'Cause
underlisted it a little.
Mm,
40 pieces of Ertl.
depends on what they are.
Yeah.
Yeah, so here's the deal. Most of them, if you try to sell them forever, you're lucky if you can get $7 a piece out of them.
Yep.
Yep.
Some of them aren't even worth $2. So I tried to mix them all in together. Couple of them, there's a couple of them that are worth about 20.
Yep.
That
And
makes a
when
good
I say
lot.
a couple, I say the most is 3.
Yep.
And I don't even know if I'll get that. So I listed them for $150 with free shipping. I just got a $100 offer. I feel like I should go to $120 and then let it go.
Yep.
I haven't had any
See,
sales.
That's where we differ too, because when that $100 offer came in, if I got to the button before she did, I'd take it. She'd counter.
I just listed a bunch of Ertl. So we went to last summer. We went to our local, like, it's like a
Where?
Catholic thrift store. And we
Padres?
Padres. And we walked in, and the first thing we saw was this tote. And as soon as I saw what they were, Corey's like, "Look at that! You should get that." It was $10 for an entire tote of Ertl buildings. I just got through listing them, and I'm pretty sure I listed about $300 worth of Ertl listings.
But that's what she'll go through those building pieces because they're in 100 pieces, and she'll build them out. And she'll put all the little fences and cows up and photograph them. I'm like, no way! I'd burn it first. I would burn it in the driveway first.
But we also sold them for $50.
We did, and I'm happy you're here.
I paid it. I put $120. If the guy gives me $120 for it, that covers the cost of the item, and then after
Plus
eBay fees
100.
and everything, so I'll make $80.
Yep.
That's good.
Oh, look it. Brandon called it. That is Brandon, right?
Yes.
He said you'll get
that's
$80
Brandon,
for it.
Yeah, here it is.
No, he said they were fake. No, just kidding.
Nice.
Well,
Hopefully
Yeah,
they're
he
not
was talking
taking
about
Ertl.
he was talking about mugging people. He said people just list fake transformers online and then you go buy them, so they mug you there.
Yeah, it's a different kind of mug. This guy must be an implant from California or something because we don't do that around here.
No,
Must be.
no. I say we
He won't last. He'll be here for 2 winters. He'll be heading back for Oregon or wherever the hell he came from.
started dabbling in Mickey Mouse today.
Oh, really?
We did get some Disney
Yeah,
stuff.
we went to a place that this lady is a Mickey Mouse freak. Like she had a Mickey Mouse toaster, she had a Mickey Mouse coffee maker.
It was
and
a living. Well, it wasn't an estate
it was
sale.
a moving sale,
it was a
but
moving
they
sale.
listed it as a moving / estate sale. But they had 4 vintage 90s leather bomber jackets
They're Disney jackets. Yeah,
that are Mickey.
Ooh.
Yeah.
they're cool. They were cool. When we saw them, we knew they were old. They also had like an 80s, like old, kind of like the Champion sweatshirts, but it was an 80s one made in the USA, and it had Mickey print on it from Disney. But it had a big like bleach stain on it, and some other reseller lady got it out of in front of me before I got to it. Like I saw it, and she picked it up, and I was like, "Dang it!"
Yep.
But we did. I think we'll do good there.
would've-
Those
Jackets are gonna
jackets
do
we
good.
paid, I think 50, and 30
I think they
and
comp out for
they
a couple
compo
hundred.
out for one of them for 200 and the other 2 they're non-listed. So
So assuming they're real,
they are real.
is that something? Would you pay $50 for a $200 jacket?
No.
No.
Really?
How much?
would.
How much?
Yeah,
How
50
much?
bucks.
I would.
50 bucks a
I
piece.
couldn't take that gamble. I don't
For a
pay
$200
$50.
jacket.
I won't pay $50 for nothing.
I probably would.
Yep.
I probably would.
I've
Even
done
though
it for
it's
other
nice,
things.
but-
I do it for a jacket.
I paid $30 for a Betty Boop jacket and sold it to China for 160.
I don't
wow.
see that's something we're trying to get. We're trying to break ourselves of that. We're trying to be okay paying up a little bit more. Of course, it does come with higher risk, obviously, but that's something we're working on.
Hey, real quick. Look, you was talking about Disney stuff. Now,
Yep.
I always heard Disney stuff was really good and stuff, but I've had something. I'm going to show you guys. I've had this in my store for 2 years. 2 years, and I can't get rid of it. I don't know why. I just can't get rid of it. I even had Cernot Connections, Chris,
Yep.
listing for me. So I'm going to show you guys what it is, and I just cannot get rid of it, and I don't know why. So that I don't pick up Disney stuff. Look at this.
I
Right
have 2 things that we got
I
out of our estate sale.
here. Look, I even got it on sale right now, and I still can't. I just can't get rid of it. I had this thing for 2 years.
Really?
I mean, this is just crazy. Yeah, look, Disney fashions, Walt Disney products. It's supposed to be a vintage sweater from the 80s. And
I'll
that
give you
picture-
$6 for it.
Come on, dude.
Ah,
Look at that. I mean, I can't get rid of it. I don't know why.
How many?
I
how
have
many
no
items you
idea
guys
why
have
I
in
can't
your
get rid of
store, in your eBay store?
3,500.
Yeah,
Jesus.
just over.
Jesus, help me, Lord.
Golly.
Jesus, help me, Jesus. Work with me, Lord. Please.
That's how we sell so many that we have.
We figured out a long time ago. I just paid $3,000 for a bunch of kilts. He did buy kilts. I remember that episode.
Do you guys? So that's just eBay.
Yep.
Yeah.
Do you guys sell over 15 items a day?
Not every day.
We average, if you take the whole week, we average probably close to that.
But every day is about 10.
No, like I said, we average that, but it's like eBay is about as consistent as a roller coaster with pieces missing. Like it just doesn't stay consistent. So
eBay is very
we look at-
consistent. Listen,
we look
I
at
disagree.
we look at the averages.
I disagree.
Do you?
Yes, because I listed 50 items in 100 days and I got no sales the whole time. So
That
I
is
mean,
consistent.
I agree. eBay is very consistent. Whatever you're saying is garbage.
Just very
Okay.
consistent.
Hold on. I got to go back to his sweater.
Yeah.
There's
Oh,
one
I need to
listed
pull it
for
up
$4.
again.
Nope. There's one listed for $4.
For real?
And it ain't sold either.
Nope, it ain't sold either.
Really?
And it's a
$4?
2XL. $4.
What did I tell you? I told you.
Oh wait, hold on. That's a vest one. There's one listed for $15.
Here's what I would do. I would send that COD to Cernot. And just let him have it.
Last time delivery. They don't do that no more, right?
I don't think they do.
Nah.
I sold a
But
Disney
you can
hat.
invoice in the box. No, when we started doing our eBay stuff, we knew we wanted it to be a full-time living, so we had to figure out what that was. So we worked backwards from what we wanted to make. And for us to do that, we have to make about $500 a day on average. That's what we need to take home. Or sorry, that's what we need to take home gross based on our margins. So we have to list $500 a day. That's how we get the $3,500.
I get like $5 a day.
100.
500.
500, right, Leroy?
Me. I get $5 a day.
I know. 5.000500.
I wanted to say something, but I'm not gonna.
Go ahead, say it.
That's I mean that's
I can't.
she's gonna get
Listen,
absolutely
it's open to me.
inappropriate.
I'm good.
I am good. Hopefully you don't mind inappropriate stuff.
Go ahead.
They asked us.
Did you get your $5 on the street corner?
Depends where it's ground.
I was thinking the street corner.
Leroy's worth more than that.
Or was it OnlyFans?
No, I underestimate myself because I'm not conceited. So if I'm saying I'm only making $30 on eBay, but I made $1,000 at the flea market.
Yep.
There's a difference. And
Yep.
Yeah, I don't care where the money comes from. We just know what we need to make.
I'll be honest, I got burnt out. Since I've been in this place, I've been here for almost 5 years. I thought I got burnt out, and I've been focusing more on the flea market.
Yep.
So
You
that's
have to
why.
do what.
Yeah, you have to do what you enjoy, not necessarily.
But the
whatever,
good thing was we're almost over time too. The good thing was being at the swap meet last week is where I started. And really like a swap meet. So they call a flea market a swap meet out west. A swap meet to me is an auto festival, a gun festival, a hunting festival. That's a swap meet.
Yep.
It's not a flea market.
No.
It's 90% of whatever that thing is. A train swap meet.
Right.
So I've been doing auto swap meets for 30 years. And for me, sometimes I have to go back there. So I learned a wicked big valuable lesson, which is I enjoy it. I'm good at it. Now I have a new setup, and you saw my setup. So what I'm thinking of is every month, the first of the month, and that's when people have money, and I live right around 3 big cities. Within an hour, I live an hour from Charlotte, an hour from Columbia, 3 hours from Atlanta. But that first of the month, do just like I do 5 days of selling.
Yep.
Yeah.
And the rest of the month, focus on eBay.
Yeah.
And then I get to get 2 birds in one stone. I get a break from the eBay. I'm still going to ship and maybe list a thing or 2 a day. And then I'll be able to get my fix in dealing with people doing the flea market stuff.
You need to do like the last week of the month while you're preparing for your flea market. Just dedicate that to YouTube, so you can put some videos out.
People, listen. Hey, I don't. If I did that, I'm going to sell melatonin. Okay, because nobody wants.
What do you think I sound like online? If it wasn't for Teresa, I just sound monotone. Like I'll put you to sleep like a fairy tale.
You know how long I've been on YouTube? I've been on YouTube for a hot minute. A hot minute.
I know.
I had 200 subscribers before I put out a video. Because I was in everybody. In 2018-19, I was on a show every other night.
You sound like Roman.
People that are gone Like you wouldn't even know about them. Like they're gone. They disappeared off the
Well,
earth.
you got to switch it up. You got to like start wearing some cut off shirts or something, show some skin because
The first
YouTube could make it for you, buddy.
the first person that I ever met was Josh, and he came to this warehouse
Harry Tornado?
when he had 15,000 subscribers.
Yeah.
Yep. I know Josh well.
Do you go golf with him?
Well, there's your first video back. You need to do a Where Are They Now episode from all the YouTubers back when you started.
Oh God.
That's a great idea.
We'll start it off like this.
Where is he now?
I love it.
Chris, are you okay, buddy?
My internet, man.
He is not.
My internet is about to kill me, dude. I got a bad storm here. The wind's blowing 100 miles an hour, man.
Chris,
My belly hurts.
These guys just told you they live in the middle of Timbuktu.
Oh, hold on, though. Hold on.
Yeah.
We have great internet.
We just recently, in the last 5 months,
Yeah.
in February, January, we have DSL internet now.
Well, fiber.
Fiber, whatever.
They brought in fiber all the way along this highway here, so
government
get-
funded.
Charge
We
you
did
an
get
extra.
fiber.
Yeah, I don't know what fiber is.
Driveway?
no.
Nope,
I
they
got a
actually
T-Mobile
went all the way up to our house and did the install for free.
Really?
Yep,
I'm
because
gonna-
they got a grant
Yeah,
to
I
do
think
it.
South Dakota got a grant to serve all the rural areas, which is fortunate because they're all rural areas. So everybody's getting internet.
I'm gonna
You
be.
guys
I'm
have
gonna be.
children?
I'm gonna be.
Do we
Chris
have
tonight.
children?
Yeah.
I have 3 children and 2 grandchildren.
Oh, well, I figured the grandma pops.
Yep. So we have a 26-year-old or soon to be 27-year-old daughter. She's married with my oldest grandchild. And then we have a soon to be 26-year-old son, and he's married with my other grandchild. And then I have a soon to be 20-year-old.
Cool.
Yes.
You
We
don't
just
look-
spent the afternoon with my grandbaby, and she doesn't feel good. So she had lots of cuddles.
You don't look old enough to have children that age. Did you start when you was like 12? Is that what they do in South?
Hey,
No, that's
not
it.
right.
No, that's down south. Sorry, that's down south. No,
We started early.
we did. We got married at I was 18, he was 19, and I had my
By
first
the
child.
way, y'all's marriage story. I listened to that on one of your.
Stop. We're not allowed to discuss that today.
Wow, no, we're not gonna talk about it. And I was like,
We don't have
I was like,
time.
whoa, okay, awesome. Hey,
But
just
no,
to-
yeah, we got married, and I had my first child by the time just shy of being 20 years old. So
We jumped into getting hitched like we jumped into eBay, both feet, and figured it out.
yep.
Well,
28
They
years
sent it
later.
from South
Oh,
Dakota,
baby,
not Alabama.
But the baby, having the baby wasn't the bad $1,100 deal.
No.
Cost a lot more than that.
no, I
Well,
I
not
was
back then it
thinking
didn't because the military
Yeah.
paid for it.
That's
my
true.
wife and I probably would have gotten married in 3 months. The only reason we waited because everybody else couldn't have handled it. You know, they couldn't handle it. So
We didn't ask. We were clear on the other
Yeah,
side of the
we-
country from all our family.
yeah. Now
I had to call an aunt or uncle. I had to call my aunt to send me a copy of my birth certificate so I could get married.
I had never met her dad at the time when she got pregnant. I had to call him and introduce myself and say,
Oh
and
my
by the way, she's knocked out.
Hey, Pop.
Yeah,
Hey,
we,
Dad. I was just gonna let you know, Dad. It does seem like you're from the South. I swear,
Nope.
you're just from the South.
we got Southern souls.
Yeah.
I hate to be
I
the
hate-
bearer.
So this is probably going to sound really bad, but he's not my first cousin.
That doesn't sound bad. That sounds appropriate.
That's Alabama, not.
I am not her second or third cousin either. Just to be clear, like
I
no
hate
cousin.
I hate
What's
to
up?
be the bearer.
What's up, Leroy?
I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but you guys can definitely continue this show. But I'm hungry, so I need to leave.
What are you, diabetic?
Oh,
You gonna
okay.
fall out? You don't
Yeah,
leave?
I'm surprised you haven't been eating on the show.
We have a bromance. In case you guys didn't know,
No,
Me and
we-
John have a bromance.
Hey, it works.
But I like you guys. I'm gonna keep in touch a little bit better with you guys. Teresa, I'm gonna harass you on Instagram because I need motivation.
There you go.
So
We'll do
you
live
guys-
listing with the RIN.
I appreciate you guys coming on Chris's show. Hopefully you guys come again. I do have to leave. I don't know if you guys are gonna stay. Chris, you should cut it and get him back on. But anyway, thank you guys so much, and everybody on the panel. My homie over here. See you later.
You don't try and
Appreciate
do
you,
this
Leroy.
one to the one up above?
No, I don't like him.
No, he don't like me. He don't like me at all.
Bye,
We're
guys.
still waiting. We're just waiting on that.
Bye.
Hey, before we go,
See you
I
later,
just
Leroy.
want to tell you guys, I was super excited to get you guys on the show and chat with you. I've enjoyed y'all's your show. I like your chemistry together is really good.
That's just
Are you
camera.
leaving too?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Well,
all good editing.
That's why they call it acting, right?
That's right.
Yep. 28
Are you
years of
leaving
it.
too? Yeah.
Yeah, no, but I've enjoyed hanging out with you guys and enjoyed.
Yeah, we were looking forward to it. We appreciate you guys having us on. It was fun.
Awesome. And
So,
I'm going to do
I guess
I'm going to do my Chris impersonation for the night before we go. Okay, so y'all can finish up while I do my Chris impersonation for this evening with his internet.
That's good.
Dying. I'm dying.
That's really good.
I'm dying. My belly hurts.
Been
That's the way we
going on. Wait, is
That's
that
the
what's
way
been
we
going
saw you most of the night, Chris. That's what you look like most of the night. You're just kind of frozen, and then every so often it'd be like,
Are you serious? Golly, man.
Frozen now.
He is frozen now.
Not frozen.
We can hear you talk. It's just that
Oh
you
my
don't
God.
move.
Yeah,
Oh my goodness, it's crazy.
no
man.
sudden movement. You got to hold very
Goes
still.
back. Yeah. Yeah.
I'm
look at this
dying.
guy.
I'm dying.
Thanks, Brad. I appreciate that. I didn't know it was that bad, I mean, because there were times that I was talking and I'm like, they can't
He
hear me.
keeps
at all.
changing it. I'm not quick enough to
Yeah,
read
he's just-
back there as he changes his thing below his name every time I look.
Yeah, that was just afraid of the Transformer invasion.
yeah.
Yeah,
anyway,
so I
it's
just,
been a
I
ton
just
of
been
fun.
all night. I've been like, yeah. See, there's the lags. See the lag.
How about
It's crazy, man. I'm
how about a-
dying here.
Dying.
how about
All
I'll
night.
finish up for the evening and tell you when you can push the button, Chris. All right.
All right, here we
You
go.
know, all night it's been like,
Woo. All right, here we go. Corey and Teresa, it's been awesome having you on the show. So
Thanks
glad
for
you
having
stopped
us. It was
by.
fun.
You got anything coming up? You got anything going on? Tell the people all of your details.
June 20th or June 12th, we're going to court.
yeah. Just keep an eye on the YouTube channel. Every Wednesday and Sunday, we drop a video at 10 a.m. normal time, Central Standard.
And just so you know, if you're into planting and plants and that kind of stuff, he is now starting a plant channel.
Oh, sweet. Cool.
Hey, we started flipping plants, so and it's worked. So
My wife's family.
we'll see where that goes.
My wife's family flips plants. They own fruit stands, so that's what they do.
There you go. Well, I need to talk to your wife because I don't know how to grow plants, but
Well, she
I'm going to
doesn't
flip them
either.
before I kill them.
That's her family, not her.
My wife kills everything that we plant.
So do I.
And so did she.
That's why you got to.
So that's it.
Yeah. Awesome. Yeah, I'm just messing with you, Chris. Thanks for having me on your show again too. I appreciate it, bro.
Do appreciate it, Chris.
I'm just over here selling Playmo. I'm just over here selling Playmo, bro.
Are these legal plants? Yes, they're legal
Wait.
plants.
Oh, let me try one more time. All right, just a second. Because I'm gonna laugh. All right.
I'm dying.
Thanks for being on the show, guys.
It makes it worse because he locks up when he does. Like Chris actually locks up when he, I'm gonna have to wipe my eyes out.
Over here crying.
I'm glad,
I'm
I'm
like in
glad
my
y'all,
bedroom over
I'm
here.
glad y'all had fun tonight.
We
I'm
did.
glad y'all had fun tonight. At my expense.
My belly
I appreciate
hurts
that.
from laughing.
Yeah. Hey, maybe I'll get us a
He was
bunch of views,
serious.
Brad.
You just need to try to figure out some way to like record this and then put that out as your YouTube video. You doing a video?
Yeah,
like
that's just got me crying over here.
Yeah.
All you gotta do is just record one still shot and then just talk in the background.
There you go. She's the brains.
Yeah.
She's the brains. Anyway, thanks for being here, guys. I've enjoyed it.
You bet.
Thank you.
Hey,
Appreciate it, guys.
don't forget to do the announcement for Tuesday night, Brad.
Oh yeah. Now that Chris is frozen up, I have to do the announcement on this. We're going to do the show on Tuesday next week, and we're going to have the ATL Flippers on.
Yep.
So if you go ahead of time, check out their channel, check out the ATL Flippers channel. They do a lot of storage units and stuff like that. They're an awesome couple. Looking forward to that one too. So
that'll be a fun show. How do you feel about that, Chris?
it's like, have you guys ever seen Beavis and Butthead? Right? Yep. There's this episode where it's like, this is what I look like when I'm angry. And this is what I look like when I'm happy. This is what I look like.
I can't.
Well,
You're killing me.
Sometime between now and getting ATL Flippers on here, go restart that modem.
I hope there's no storm on that.
Well, I remember back in the day.
It's like Psy-Off, Duck Dynasty there. Where'd
Georgia,
you go?
Georgia.
I'm sorry. This should not have been that much fun at your expense, Chris. I apologize.
Just in old sweet
I'm gonna go back and watch this.
I was going to stay in that position.
Look at his face.
Oh, his back's going to get sore like that.
I'm sorry.
He was in the Ray Charles.
I normally don't go back and watch the videos, but I'm definitely going back and watch.
You got to go watch
just
this
so I
one
can
because
see.
it was great.
Because I'm like,
If you could pull this one down and edit it and just do some CGI stuff in that top left corner.
My belly.
just take me out of it. All right, Brad. Brad, you want to send us off? I mean, I'll hit the button. You just say bye.
Yeah, thanks for stopping by, Pickin and Grinnin. It was awesome having Corey and Teresa from Grams and Pops Vintage on. We'll see you guys next Tuesday night. You guys have a great week. God bless.